The Diaspora Day was instituted in July 2005 by the federal government under former President Olusegun Obasanjo to, among other things, create an official platform for Nigerian experts and professionals in the diaspora to, on an annual basis, interact with those at home and indeed government officials and make invaluable contributions in all sectors of the economy for national development. To reinforce this cardinal goal, the diaspora this week will be bringing to you events that marked this year's Diaspora Day celebration. We also have our Diasporan of the Week, news and your mails. Welcome to the Diaspora. I am Gabriel Odu. Let's begin with the plenary with the Permanent Secretary, Political Affairs, Office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, who is also the Chairman, Local Organizing Committee of the Diaspora Day, Ibukun Odushote.
Earlier this year, Nigerian lady Tweedon Morgan took part in the North Pole Marathon and hoisted the Nigerian flag there. The sportswoman had visited the North Pole Ice Camp, which is just a distance of 25 miles from the actual North Pole. In another development, the Amazu family became the first Nigerians to reach the geographic North Pole this year. This brave Nigerian family from Anambra State decided to reach the geographic North Pole to launch their foundation, Challenge 100. This is just to mention a few. The indelible marks left by scores of these Nigerians is so compelling that we cannot but set today aside to celebrate them, and in doing so, to challenge them with the popular adage that says charity begins at home. It is for this purpose that the government of Nigeria has dedicated today to give Nigerians in diaspora a platform of expression. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this year's event promises to be a slight deviation from the past, as it attempts to focus strictly on three critical sectors of the economy. We're looking at health, we're looking at education, as well as youth and sports. The focus for us here, one is to leverage on the skills, expertise, and relationships of the Nigerians in diaspora to address topical issues of national development confronting Nigeria. The second one is to provide an enabling environment, which we are also to provide to nationals that are local, that enables Nigerians that are abroad, if they so desire, to come home in order to fully participate in the development of their fatherland. I said yesterday that we want them to come so that they can enjoy the benefits that we enjoy back home in Nigeria. Thirdly, to encourage the Nigerians in diaspora to attract investment to Nigeria, directly or indirectly, either personally or by bringing credible investors from all over the world where they reside as a contribution to national development. Your Excellency, the Vice President, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is in this regard that Mr. President has sent no less a personality than you to represent him at this occasion. The 2015 Diaspora Day Conference is organized around the theme Diaspora and Nigeria Change Agenda to provide a basis for the diaspora and other relevant Nigerian experts and home-based professionals to interact and discuss various issues that will usher in the new Nigeria of our dreams.
An appreciation speech by former Chairman, House Committee on Diaspora Matters Abike Dabiri Erewa.
I want to say thank you to all of you Nigerians in the diaspora. You're all making us so proud. Anytime I mingle with you, I'm so proud to be a Nigerian. We have some Nigerians in trouble, I know. But if one Nigeria is in trouble anywhere in the world, 10,000 Nigerians are excelling. And we congratulate you all and are proud of you. But as we move on, we appeal to you to be united, to work together for the progress and development of Nigeria. Yes, hopefully, in the life of this administration, by the grace of God, the Diaspora Commission will become a reality. Say amen. Prof to say the bigger amen. But as we move on, I want to, with all due respect, say a big thank you to the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. When I was coming here, one of my young diasporans said, President Buhari has a new nickname. They call him SSS. I said, what does that mean? She said, slow, steady with surprises. So, Mr. President, thank you for giving us a new lease of life. Thank you for bringing about the dignity of the Nigerian. And even the Nigerians, the diaspora say, they raise their heads up high now and say, we're proud to be Nigerians.
Now to the big one. President Muhammadu Buhari was represented by Vice President Professor Yemi Osinbajo.
It gives me such great pleasure to be a part of the 2015 Nigeria Diaspora Day. Since its inception in July 2005, the National Diaspora Day Conference has become the platform for engaging with our citizens in diaspora. Permit me to take this opportunity to interrogate the place and role of Nigerians abroad in the change agenda of the Buhari administration. This is because we have embarked on the building of a bold new Nigeria, and we need all hands on deck. The time has come for talents from home and abroad to mix it up in patriotic zeal to fashion the Nigeria of our dreams. First, let me quickly lay out our medium to long-term strategy as a government. It is namely to build an economy led by a strong and responsible private sector. Government intervention comes in the provision of physical, economic infrastructure and the social policies that provide opportunity and succor for the 110 million extremely poor in our country. For instance, in the power sector, we're aiming to consistently generate 4,000 megawatts of power and 5,000 megawatts of power going into the first quarter of next year. This will involve aggressively ensuring that all power-related projects are speedily concluded. 5,000 megawatts of power is a modest improvement on what we're getting at the moment. But we believe that without removing the various obstacles, especially in ensuring investment into the power sector, and also in completing a variety of outstanding projects that have been outstanding for several years, we may not even be able to build the foundation for moving quickly from 5,000 megawatts to 10,000 and 15,000 as we go along. In the hydrocarbon industry, we are pursuing a long overdue reform. For instance, in the short to medium term, we will reorganize the NNPC, and that has already begun, as we hold its leadership to account for revenue shortfalls in past years. We'll also improve local refining capacity, and this will reduce the over 37% of foreign exchange currently applied to the importation of refined petroleum products. In agriculture, we will pursue self-sustenance in the production of items such as rice, wheat, cotton, and therefore considerably reduce foreign exchange requirements for importation of those items. Rice importation alone consumes close to $4 billion a year. 7 rice-producing states are working closely with the federal government to map out the pathway to self-sustenance in rice production within the next 30 months. The agriculture and agro-allied value chain are also important in our job creation plans. In the meantime, we intend to progressively protect and support local agriculture. Generally, we intend to create a friendly and efficient business environment, insisting on removing needless bureaucracies and red tape in pre-establishment and approval processes generally, realizing that investments go where they are offered the best profits and the most conducive environments. We intend to review our incentive regime, even as we assure greater consistency and certainty in policies. A quick improvement in our power generation capacities will considerably improve the industrial atmosphere generally. We expect to be able to return all of our different garment factories, our textile factories, to full production in the shortest possible time. Equally, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I've gone to this length to underscore the expectation of the important role that Nigerians in diaspora can play in the new Nigeria, which is now under construction. It is well known that several nations of the world have tapped into the wealth of knowledge and exposure of their diaspora, mixed with those at home, to build thriving economies. All the studies that I'm sure you're familiar with show that countries of origin can certainly benefit from the acquired skills and experience of their citizens abroad, especially those based in the developed economies and advanced democracies. India, for instance, is known to have attained a global economic status that it has today, in part because of the contribution of its diaspora. So entrenched in India's growth and development is its diaspora that there is now a full-fledged Ministry of Overseas Indian Affairs. The rise of India as an outsourcing hub for Western nations has in fact been attributed to the contributions of its diaspora. India has the highest rates of financial remittances, gained significantly from reverse flows of expertise and investment, alongside business leads and technology from its diaspora. What is true of the Indian diaspora is true also of the Japanese, the Chinese, and the Koreans. It can also be true of Nigeria, once we get the right perspective. I propose that the impact that the diaspora of those nations have managed to bring to bear would not have been possible if they were not prepared to make some sacrifices. If many of them had waited for the home environment to be completely ideal before they start to actively get involved and engage with their home countries, they would probably still be waiting up till now. In spite of our huge human and natural resources, Nigeria today, of course, is confronted with many developmental challenges, many of which you're already aware of, and there is no need to repeat them. But we are committed to tackling these challenges head-on. We are committed to laying a solid foundation for the sustainable development of our country. We are convinced that Nigerians in diaspora have a critical role to play in the change agenda of this administration. Let me emphasize as I close that the fact that you were born Nigerian is not an accident. There is, in my respectful view, a divine plan and purpose that the place of your birth dictates. Each and every one of us is called and challenged daily as we see the needs of our fatherland and its people to find our own place in that plan to make a difference. Thank you very much.
NTA, Nigerian Television Authority. For more information and news updates, visit our website at www.nta.ng, or you can follow us on Twitter at NTA News Now, or you can like us on Facebook at NTA Network News. Stay connected on our YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/NTA News Online. Watch our live stream at www.nta.ng/live. NTA, you can't beat the rich.
Sir?
My name is Jilani Aliu. I'm from Sokoto State.
You left Sokoto State to where?
I left Sokoto State to a college, the College for Creative Studies in Michigan, to study automotive design. I left in 1990 because I had always wanted to be a car designer. So when after a 2-year degree course in architecture, which I also love, I got admitted to the College for Creative Studies, went there for a 4-year degree course, and I graduated and got a job with General Motors and started working as a car designer at the company's design staff. The first assignment that I had was working in the advanced studios of that company, where we looked at the future products of that company, come up with transportation solutions that would be applicable in the future and would be competitive in the market. I've worked on SUVs, I've worked on the Pontiac G6, and I've also worked on the Chevrolet Volt electric car, which after it came out, it completely revolutionized the industry.
Credited to have designed something unique. Well, what is that?
This would be the Chevrolet Volt, the electric car. It's a vehicle that you can travel up to 75 kilometers with pure electric charge. I left because I wanted to become a certain professional, to be able to design transportation solutions that would help the lives of people every day. Nigeria has and will always have a special spot in my heart. That's where I'm from. I'm a Nigerian, and I truly believe in the potential of this country. Now is the time for all of us, from the Atlantic beaches in the south, through the grasslands of the Middle Belt, all the way to the rolling hills and bright blue skies of the north. We need to all come together and bring back the magnificence that is Nigeria. And we can only do that if we work together as one people. And each individual, everybody is born with a talent. Everyone needs to understand what that talent is, work on it, develop it, and then contribute to the development of the nation. Yes, well, the diaspora is made up of people from many very different fields. In my field, automotive design, which is part of industrial design, can play a huge role in the development of Nigeria. When you look around us, the camera here, the microphone, the vehicles that we got in to get here, all those were produced in factories, industries. And what feeds industries is industrial design, that creativity that comes up with unique products and solutions that will be produced and be used within any country. That is missing in Nigeria, in Africa. A lot of the products and solutions used here are brought in from overseas. It is time for us to begin to create and innovate our own solutions. So as an industrial designer, the role that I hope to play is be part of enabling Nigerians to become industrial designers, so that we Nigerians will design our own cars, our own computers, our own laptops, our own refrigerators. This has been missing for quite a while. This is a time the atmosphere is conducive, the support is there from all levels, I believe, state, federal, to really give Nigerian youth, most especially, that ability to become industrial designers and to come up with solutions that would help us move forward as a nation.
Who are you, sir?
Yes, my name is Gabriel BC George. I live in Atlanta, United States. And I'm the Niger Americas PRO. I'm an IT storage architect and consultant by practice. I've been a professional IT guy for probably 17 years here now in the United States. But it is the passion to give back to my beloved country that keeps me engaged in the diaspora issues.
How do you get friends in the diaspora to get home, invest in Nigeria, as we talk about diaspora and Nigeria change agenda?
Absolutely. A very interesting topic indeed is being the passion really and the vision of the Nigerians in the diaspora organization worldwide to present that platform. I like to describe it as really a give back platform. Besides all the receivables that comes with that, we are very aggressively pushing that all Nigerians in the diaspora make it a point of duty to really engage with our motherland and be part of the developmental efforts in Nigeria. And the only way we can accomplish that from a united front is to continue, campaign and advocate that everyone, participate, however little, to be sort of that, if you like, collective force that can be a very positive one for the country. That's very important to us. It's also why we're here to literally, essentially ginger more support for the NIDO World Conference coming up on the 17th to the 20th of September. So we have lots of goodies planned. 17th we have friendly, if you like, an informal golf tournament for anyone who cares to participate. And we're expecting a lot of high dignitaries from Nigeria for the event, and very many Nigerian Americans in the United States to be part of that event. Please avail yourselves of that. We would love to see you.
Now to our diasporan of the week. He is a neurosurgeon, Dr. John Tor Adigbe.
You see, these are the normal cells.
Okay.
You see, the cancer cells are now gone. See the cancer cells? These are all cancer cells. So it will kill, selectively kills it, unlike chemotherapy, that will kill both the non-cancer cells and the cancer cells. This kills only the cancer cells. And it is manufactured out of Cuba, or from scorpion, what they call the blue scorpion.
A series of scorpion farms are now opened across Cuba. About 1 liter of venom can be produced on each farm per month, enough to produce 100,000 bottles of medicine. Research projects in the US, Israel, Iran, and China are also looking at various applications for scorpion venom, including pesticides, painkillers, and treatments for arthritis and cancer. At a recent symposium in Havana, LaBiofam presented details of its latest preclinical trials on a range of new venom-based medicines. Pharmaceutical-grade drugs need much more rigorous testing than homeopathic products. Full clinical trials are due to begin shortly. Cuban scientists are researching a range of cancer treatments based on scorpion venom. The venom is said to have an anti-inflammatory effect and may even shrink tumors or inhibit their growth. Last year, the state-run pharmaceutical firm LaBiofam Business Group launched a homeopathic medicine based on the scorpion venom.
Cubans, to be very fair to them, they're the world leaders in biotechnology. That is, they're looking at biological products for management of diseases. So basically what they do, the scorpion is actually, the venom from the scorpion is extracted. And in Cuba now, that has become a big business, just like our own oil here. That is really going to be their own oil. So they've opened up scorpion farms all over and across, Cuba. So they now harvest, this venom. About 1 liter of venom harvested is enough to produce 100,000 bottles of Vitados. That is, the medicine. So, they've done this, they've perfected it, and scientifically they've also studied it. We now know that this venom selectively kills, cancer cells, and we can go into the mechanisms of action if you're so interested. And,
right, so yes, if that's the case. So, because you mentioned cancer, well, what type of cancer does the venom cure?
Yeah, good question. Vitados, actually, we've tested it in 15 different cancer cell lines. That is, in short, it cures and treats all solid cancer, except for what we call non-solid cancer. An example of a non-solid cancer is leukemia, which affects the white blood cells. But if you talk of solid, cancer, it applies for pancreatic cancer, liver, cancer, and then cancer of, other organs, including, the cervix, and then, the mammary glands. One of the things I do is to actually give, lectures to hospitals and professional bodies like West African College of Physicians, Nigerian Society of Family Physicians, and then the rest of other places. I derive great satisfaction in this, and we're actually seeing the results. The trend now in medicine is that in management of diseases, nutrition must be taken into account.
Our email remains diaspora@yahoo.com, or text only to +234 803311 4000. That's it for this week. Bye.